All right. Hey, everyone. I'm Bren, the host of Garden Chat Live, and I'm super excited. I have a new friend. I'm kind of meeting him for the first time live here. It's Caleb, right? Is that how you say your name, right?
Yes.
Yay! It's so good to meet you. I'm going to tweet out the link to your website. Very exciting.
Oh, awesome.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, I'm a plant geek and landscape designer. I also do a little bit of work as a freelance artist and writer. I graduated with my Master's of Landscape Architecture from Kansas State University in Manhattan, Kansas in 2014. And since then, I've worked as a designer in Southwest Florida and now in Little Rock, Arkansas with P. Smith and Associates.
Very cool. Manhattan. There's another Manhattan other than New York, huh?
Yeah. A lot of times I'll just say Manhattan if it's someone I want to impress, but
Yeah, right?
it always comes out in the end.
That's so cool. I love it. Wow. And you're so young.
Yeah, I just get my fingers in a lot of pies.
No, you're rocking it. That's awesome. It's exciting to me to see someone young, and you're doing some great things. I think I've seen some of your designs, perhaps, because I've been to the Garden to Blog events with PL Smith.
Oh, cool.
So
I've actually only worked with Alan since last June.
So okay, yeah.
I've only been here for a year.
Okay.
And we haven't done extensive work out at Moss Mountain Farm yet, but okay. I've been really involved with the vegetable garden, the acre garden this year. So
nice.
Keep watching our social media for new and exciting things going on there.
I will. So that will be on PL Smith's Facebook page?
It will. It'll be on the Facebook page and our Instagram. You can see the development throughout the summer. It's just getting going now.
Very cool. That's one of my favorite parts about being in the Garden to Blog event. I love the garden in town too. I really like the little, the little space that it grows in. So how fun.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Yeah. So I noticed we've got a couple of people in the chat room. They're actually in Blab. Yay! Thank you, fellow gardeners. Good to see you guys. And please, if you have any questions, or just want to, add to the conversation, please go right ahead here. How exciting. So what do you enjoy most about gardening?
Ooh, I'm actually... It's been about 7 years now since I've had day-to-day experience with a garden.
Uh-huh.
I grew up on my parents' farm out in rural Missouri where I have a crazy hellebore collection. I think I've got 72 different name varieties and more seedlings than I can count going on out there. All of the different apartments I've lived in have ended up having plants overflowing across the sidewalk. I'll have to throw a photo up on my Instagram later.
Oh, I love it. That's so cool.
So it's been a little bit of mobile gardening as well as gardening through other people's properties for me, but I can't wait to get my hands back in the ground again.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys, do you go by the hardiness zones at all? Kind of.
With the work that I do with Alan? Yeah. Yes, and here in Little Rock, we are theoretically Zone 8.
Wow,
Zone
nice.
7 to be safe.
Okay.
This year we had a particularly clement winter, so all the verbenas came back. We even had weird things like amaryllis sitting outside that were totally fine. So
wow, that's crazy.
We'll see if the warming trend continues.
That's too crazy. So how exciting. Little Rock's just beautiful. You're probably having a great time down there, right?
Oh, yeah. The natural landscape here is incredible. It's gorgeous.
I should ask you, in town, when we were there last year, PL Smith had a huge reunion with a lot of the garden bloggers from over the years, right? And we were downtown, and they've got in Little Rock, and they've got so much new development going on, but they were putting that it's a garden in the middle, and it was, I don't know what it's called.
Oh, the Green Street down on Main Street?
Yes. That is so cool.
They are. They're going to be awesome as they continue to develop. And I'm really happy. I'm really happy because they've incorporated a lot of native plants and some things you don't see very often.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'll be thrilled to see how those continue to develop. There's some really nice bloom going on right now with the hibiscus that they've got going, as well as some of the iris. So we'll see what happens throughout the summer.
Very cool. So do me a favor when you're down there. You got to like shoot some video or something. That was gorgeous. It was.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, I can add you a link to my Instagram.
All right.
My Instagram handle is The Curious Gardener.
Love it.
And you can see every week what I've been up to. And let me drop that. I can just drop it in the link.
Yeah, it should work, hopefully.
Here, right?
Fingers crossed.
Oh, wait.
Maybe.
Okay, it's giving me a warning about the audio. Let's see. I just dropped the link in and let's see what comes up.
It came up.
There's my little Instagram handle. If you check it out there, you can see what almost every weekend I go out somewhere and find some wildflowers to look at. And I'll be heading back to my parents' country garden at the end of this week. So if you want to see some great southern Missouri wildflowers, check back then.
How exciting. Oh, that's so cool. I love Arkansas. It's so cool. It's in Arkansas, right? I mean,
it is.
Okay.
Yeah. My parents' country garden is up in southeast Missouri. So not quite down here in Arkansas, but same edge of the Ozarks. Really diverse ecological region, lots of exciting things happening. So
very cool.
Keep your eyes open.
Excited. Thank you. Yes, I'm glad you shared that link because I'm not sure I follow you. I might, but
you might. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to say, once you get past about 100 or 150 followers, it's hard to keep that eye out on everyone who's involved.
It is. So you're doing some pretty fun stuff on Facebook as well. The group, can you explain a little bit about the group they have for garden? It's for business garden writers, though, right?
Well, Emergent, which is, I'm actually involved with a couple of horticulture groups on Facebook.
Okay.
But the primary one is Emergent, which is a group for young gardening professionals.
Okay.
It includes designers, horticulturists, public garden professionals, botanists. And it started in 2013 when a group of people at Cultivate, the trade show up in Ohio, decided that we needed to capitalize on new technology to allow young gardeners and young horticulture professionals to be able to connect with each other. So started this little Facebook group called Emergent. I was one of the pool of 40 people that they started in their first month. And now we're up to over 2,000 members on Facebook with a lot of active discussions about how we can improve the green industry.
It's great. It's really exciting. But so you have some guidelines, though. Not just anybody can join this group, right?
Yeah, the intention of the group is for it to be people who are professionally involved in the green industry. And we try to keep the discussions fairly focused on, professional activities and networking and things like that. For people who are really into garden writing, Garden Writers organization, is kind of a little bit more directed at garden communication. And Emergent is a little bit more focused on professional networking and people who are really actively involved with horticulture. But we welcome almost, anyone who works in some way in our industry. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's great. Oops. I forgot to shut the seat. I'm not quite sure who that is.
I don't think I know this person either.
Sorry, we're just chatting, but maybe at the end we can take some call-ins. Anyhow, there we go. So are you going to try to make it up to Cultivate up in, Columbus, maybe?
I would love to make it up to Cultivate this year. We'll have to see. I've got a really busy summer planned so far. Yeah. So I'm settling in. I'm really excited. I'm taking a trip up to New York City in June to get to see some of the gardens I haven't been to before. So thrilled about that.
It's going to be so much fun following your Instagram.
Oh, thanks.
We can live through you. you know.
Wow.
No, I love it. It's fun. So cool. So let's see. So you guys had a blab, your Facebook group. Are you going to make that a regular thing, maybe? Or
we are. We found that it was a really exciting opportunity, especially since Emergent has members all over the U.S. Video chatting, especially through Blab, with its abilities to record and have audience participation, seemed like a really good thing for conversations. So I'm going to be pulling together some panels of experts, and we did a little poll to see what people were interested in on Emergent. And so we're going to be looking at some things like social media for young garden professionals, underrepresented communities in horticulture, and also conservation for green industry professionals. So hopefully we'll get some great discussions going.
Yeah, no, I love that. That's pretty exciting. So am I allowed? Because I'm not young. I could probably be your mom, actually.
Emergent is not an ageist or age-defined group. Instead, it's about connecting people who are starting their careers, who don't have very established careers in the green industry, to get connected with people who are very established or have a lot of experience. So it's particularly, when we say, that's part of why we chose Emergent rather than something like the UK's Young Hort, that you have to be under 25, in which I'd even be kicked out.
Oh, really? You look younger than that.
Yeah.
You do. Do you get that a lot? You look younger than 25.
I don't know. It might partly be the weird lighting I've got going on in my apartment right now. That might not be helping with the glamour of my appearance.
Yeah.
But no, Emergent really, the idea is that we're trying to support and connect people who really need it and tie together people who have experience with those who don't. So it's not about isolating a group of youngsters to go out late at night after the trade shows or something like that. Yeah. Not that we're against that, but
yeah. All gardeners like to have fun, right?
Oh yeah.
I would think you wouldn't mind hearing from some of us older garden folks. We can help you a bit, right?
Oh, definitely. Well, and I mean, even especially you've been pushing with Twitter and now with Blab. You've really explored a lot of the possibilities that some people who are, just trying to get their plants grown and their daily thing done in the industry haven't had the opportunity to explore. So
it's a lot. It's hard. Balance.
It's a lot to learn.
Yeah. But I mean, really, especially with a platform like Blab, it's so exciting. That's why I just love it, because it's so easy. And I've kind of dabbled in, the Google Hangouts and webinars, and it's so much easier to explain to the gardeners. You just on, and you're also building your Twitter following every time you do this, for the most part,
Yeah, and the integration with other forms of social media is great.
Yeah, definitely. So, how exciting! So, what do you have in store this summer? Are you doing anything garden related? Any speaking?
I think I may be involved with, I think it's Southeast Green in August. We're going to actually be working it's a convention that Bree Arthur is really involved with. Yes. And we're actually going to be working to build a Blab session into that conference opportunity. So we're going to see how we can work video chat to be able to extend the audience of a horticulture symposium to a little bit wider audience for people who can't make it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know do you know anything about the Longwood Graduate Symposium?
I've heard of it, but that's about all I know. But
every year, Longwood Gardens brings together a group of different green industry professionals to talk about something relevant for the industry for a day. And they offer a web component, a webinar for it. And I participated in that this year. It was on diversity in public gardens. And it really made me realize how video chat could be a great tool for networking, between gardeners, with public gardens, for all factors of the horticulture industry, because we're such a visual media.
Yeah,
just talking doesn't do it, and having that ability for audience participation is really great. So I'm really excited to see where these types of things head for the green industry.
Yeah, that's That is awesome. I wonder if you have the link. Do they have something like the
Sure.
playback?
I'm not sure if the playback's available for free. It's kind of it's more of a professional event.
Okay.
So it's let me look. I'm going to pull up the page here. I'm not sure if they offer playback after the fact, but you can definitely register and get some information for next year. Let me see.
That'd be great.
I'll drop the link in here.
It'd be exciting to see more gardeners get on, into this. Even, specifically blab, because I mean, I don't think there's very many people doing blab events really from the garden industry.
I don't think so.
Right.
Especially for the American garden industry, there don't even seem to be a lot of people on YouTube. You may have, with your Twitter following, I think you may have a little bit better connections than I might, because I'm a little bit more of an Instagram and Pinterest person.
Right.
So visually oriented.
Yeah.
And you've got to kind of focus on your social media.
Yeah.
But I dropped the link for the Longwood Gardens event. There may also be some clips up on their YouTube channel.
Okay.
New York Botanical Garden has also done a really awesome job lately of putting their lecture series up as YouTube videos.
Great.
Which is great. Again, the U.S. is so huge that those of us who are spread throughout the country and don't have access to those, I'm sure in Ohio and living in the country.
Yep. I'm out in the boonies. Cornfields and soybeans.
You've got great internet today.
Good.
Your Wi-Fi is fantastic. Your video is really clear.
Oh. Now if we could just get everybody to show up.
Thank those Wi-Fi guys.
Yeah, I know, right? Seriously.
Pray to the Wi-Fi gods.
See? It can happen. Anyhow, how exciting I am. I think, so you're primarily talking about like webinars and things like the Longwood garden event thing you did. That was more of a webinar, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But is it like teaching people how to use things like live stream?
No, it was using live streaming as a tool to communicate on different topics rather than actually teaching about the platform.
Okay.
But I think the more we all get involved and, explore different methods, the better off we'll be.
Oh, totally. I mean, I love it. I mean, I love the garden too, but, if I could just setting these up and having a co-host or a host, having people come on here and teaching them how to do this, it's totally going to help our industry. I mean, no matter what level of gardening you're at, if you can come on and just, share what you love, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I learned from everybody on here. That's another cool thing with the live streaming. It's just it's pretty cool. Remember last week I had Vivian Swift, who's an artist, until I actually saw her and speaking and her mannerisms. It's like, she is so awesome. She's awesome from her book, but just to see her live and, just say, you know what? I don't really care to garden. My husband takes care of the houseplants. And just to know those beautiful illustrations she did was just because she loves that feeling from a garden. And, I design a lot of gardens myself here at home, or I have people locally who ask me for help and I just give them a few tips, right? And just to know her insight as not being a gardener, what she saw, it really helped me when I look at what I'm putting together in the garden landscape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. But.
Well, and gardening is such a conversational medium.
Yeah.
Like we go back to the garden every day and you look at it again. It's not about, one set thing that I think something like a video chat where you can have more of a conversation as opposed to being something really one-sided and proclaiming to the world, this is what I think.
Definitely.
Really could be a rich opportunity for us.
Oh, definitely. So very cool. So if you're joining us live, we have a few people who are watching. Please be sure to, you can connect with us. If you're using the Blab, you can just click on the little circle there and follow Caleb. How do you say your last name?
Melchior.
Melchior. Ooh, is that French?
It's a various mashup of different European languages. Apparently, at one point, it had an I, being Melchior, almost Swiss Italian, but they knocked that off when they came to the U.S. So that's what we've ended up with for now.
I love that. You're all American, right?
Yeah, with a very un-American sounding name.
Oh my gosh.
I also think that everyone in my extended family pronounces it a little bit differently. So you just never know what you're going to get, especially in the post. I've seen every potential variation. It's like a boggle cube.
Yeah. At least you don't get called a Haas. I don't like the Haas. Knock the H off. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, can't help that. Married into it. So. Or the avocado. Sometimes people say, "Oh, is it the avocado?"
Oh yeah, and you say, "Yes, I'm a gardener, and that avocado is named for me."
Yeah, see, there we go. So awesome. So Lisa, houseplant gurus in the house. I hope you follow her. She is amazing. You'll love her if you come to Cultivate. You'll be able to meet her.
Fantastic!
She loves your Instagram. So
I just saw that, and I'm thanking her. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you.
That's very cool. So tell me, like, let's go back to your landscaping and stuff like that. Of course, I should have changed the name of this blab. We're kind of off subject.
Yeah, I was a little dubious about that whole mom and nude gardening.
you know what?
Junction.
Lisa said that too, and I was like, I didn't really think about that. I was trying to fit it all in.
I can completely see that as being some kind of event at a nursery that would bring a very strange crowd.
Oh yeah. I'll have the blog post up tomorrow. We'll see what my hits are on that. There it goes. I hope I spelled your name wrong. Or spelled it right? Did I get it?
You got it right.
Yeah!
You got it right. It's even wrong on the board at work.
Oh, so. No. Wow. Well, I hope you get your paycheck right.
Paycheck's right. Okay. I made sure the important stuff.
It could be bad. All right.
And I know it's right on my Social Security information too.
Right. So we got to get you over to Twitter. Why do you not like Twitter? Let's talk.
I have Twitter. I just don't use it a whole lot. I used it. I think you'll see last year there was a while when I was using it quite a bit, but between curation of my Instagram account, doing work, and also the things I've been involved with Emergent on Facebook, it's just kind of had to take a back burner for a while.
Sure. Yeah, it's kind of something, Well, I mean, I don't know. I think I could teach you how to do it, and it wouldn't be.
Oh, it's an awesome medium. I really like it. I just find that it's one of those things that it's so instantaneous. I find it a little bit addictive.
Yeah.
And so I think I'd have to schedule time in the day, like knowing, okay, I have this half hour, and this half hour when I'm going to be actively doing this.
Yeah.
How do you manage that within the rest of your time frame?
I've actually, to be honest with you, I've been slacking a little tiny bit, just a little bit, just because I've been, it's gardening season now, and I actually garden year round. I got a big old dome in my yard, so I got
awesome.
So I got veggies growing in there, and then just trying to figure out. I rebranded myself a couple of years ago after attending a garden blogger conference and just trying to, I kind of did things backwards in the beginning. I started out very active social and Twitter, and I know it should have been the website first, You probably know that being young, right? I mean.
Well, right? I think everybody just has a different iterative process. And so. Yeah.
But you'll find, especially like with your landscape and that, or if you're trying to evolve that and do, it's a business, you really need to have those contacts other than just who's on your Twitter list, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, it's stuff like that. So that's why I've kind of been slacking on Twitter a little bit because I've been just studying all the other things, but not really. Tonight's Monday night, and we do have garden chat. So
garden chat's coming up, isn't it?
Maybe you should pop in there and just say, hey.
I can pop in there tonight.
Okay. Say something nice about your mom, because the topic is Mother's Day.
Oh,
Maybe you could
I'll be
share.
gardening with my mom this weekend. So
That is awesome. See, now you should share that because
both of my parents love gardening. That's how I got into it. And then they got me as a total plant geek, and so they didn't realize what they were getting themselves into.
I love that. So what do you enjoy to grow most? Like, are you a foodie gardener or?
I do. I really like growing food crops. I especially grow a lot of herbs because, as I know, I told you earlier, I had a turmeric explosion in my kitchen.
Yeah.
I like cooking with a lot of different things, and so I'm always trying to grow something different. But
I bet it smells wonderful in there.
It does, but the interior of my sink is completely yellow. They Buddhist monks dyed their robes with turmeric. So all of my dish towels are going to be happy and full of sunshine for the next couple of weeks. Those are definitely going home, and no, my mom will not allow them in her washing machine.
Maybe soak them or...
Yeah, it'll be fine. I was careful and only used one or two, but I should have used I should have used a funnel. I was trying to get it from a larger bag to something smaller. Yeah. So I have grown turmeric before. This isn't my own powdered. I'm trying to think. So I love growing my herbs in pots. I really love woodlanders, especially, epimediums, hellebores, all that kind of exquisite, really beautiful stuff. Since I went to school
you said you had a collection of those, right?
Yeah. If you go back on my Instagram feed to earlier in March, you can see some photos of them. I've got a bunch of the beautiful ones from the Auburns and also from Pine Knot. So
nice.
I don't know. There's always something going on. I also really love bulbs. Bulbs are one of the first things I planted. So I've still got a soft spot in my heart for those.
It's the year of the allium. Did I say that right? Allium?
Oh, yeah. It is the year of the allium?
Yes.
Pronounced by who?
Yeah, I never can figure that out. No, I know. Actually, I think it was the All-American Selection, I think. The seeds, right? The big, I think.
I was really hoping you were going to say it was going to be something like giant skywriting.
No.
Appeared across the earth.
And I would believe it.
The year of the alien.
No, I'm not that bad, but I am.
Let's see, my Allium sphaerocephalum, the drumstick allium, should be blooming at home when I go there this weekend. I'm trying to think. I saw some wild ones down in the woodlands down by Hot Springs this past weekend.
Nice.
And the Allium schubertii, the giant one that looks like fireworks, that one's looking awesome at Moss Mountain Farm right now. So.
I love Allen's the big purple one. Well, they're huge, right? And there's like a whole mass
like fantasy flowers.
I love those. I would love that. It's kind of an expensive bulb, so I think. I try to be careful, right?
As we all say while we're hiding our checkbooks underneath our pillows and a significant other comes by.
Right? So fun. So I hope you share those. You're going to share them on your Instagram. Hey, and
I definitely will.
On your Instagram, you can attach it to your Twitter.
Yeah, I think mine is, or it was... And then my phone had an update and it did something weird.
Right. We should,
the story.
That would be an easy way.
It would be a great way to start building it again.
And then just periodically go on, you have your phone, right? And just look on your Twitter and see if, just check and see if, turn the notifications off because that would drive you nuts. Right?
But, I know there's some awesome groups of people on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I don't know, have you seen the 3 Men Went to Mow videos?
No, like mowing?
Mowing, yes. It's an awesome parody series from the UK that are all garden related. I'll drop the links in here.
I love it. I learned so much from the UK gardeners. There's quite a few of them actually on Twitter. With the allotments over the winter up here in Ohio. I'm in Zone 5B. It was so much fun following what they were growing in their veggie gardens. It really helped me in the dome quite a bit.
I'm sure.
Yeah, all the food and different fun stuff. Recipes. There's fun people on there. Foodie Laura.
Well, I was super lucky when I was in college. I got to live in central Italy for 4 months.
Wow.
And so there, I lived in a little village called Orvieto that's an hour northwest of Rome.
Okay. Oh, wow.
There's some photos on my Instagram, but also just Googling it. But living in a rural European community where the agricultural heritage hasn't changed for 2,000 years.
Wow.
That was incredible. So seeing that scale and, you just walk down the hillside and there's artichokes sprouting out of the hills and all other sorts of things happening. Hey, Angela, I see Angela from
see that.
joined us.
Very cool. Thanks for joining on. I actually found some artichoke seeds, but I tweeted them out and someone kind of warned me against them taking up a lot of space. So I didn't realize that. I mean, I guess they can grow like 4 foot by 4 foot, the leaf.
Yeah, the plants are really large, but they're beautiful.
Yeah, maybe I'll do it anyways, right?
I was going to say, you have a country garden. What are you worried about?
I think I was going to have to grow it in the dome because they take quite a long time, right? My growing season isn't like super long. Maybe
they're a thistle. They're a thistle. So you'll probably be fine. I grew them in southeast Missouri in 6B and they perennialized. Okay. I'm not sure. You might want to talk to somebody at Chicago Botanic Garden.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I know they grow a bunch of cardoons, but I don't know which is the artichoke relative.
Okay.
But I don't know if they overwinter them there.
Yeah, that was the suggestion. They said do that one instead. The cordoon. I don't know what that is. You can eat it, right?
Well,
no? Oh,
you can, but you have to peel it, and it's got spines, and from what I understand, it's kind of like bland celery.
Okay.
So you grow it for what it looks like. In Provence, they eat it at Christmas Eve, baked in a pie with raisins and anchovies. So it doesn't say a whole lot for its flavor as a vegetable,
I think I would like an artichoke better.
I think so, too.
What do you think, Angela? Artichokes are better?
The artichoke foliage is really beautiful, and their flowers are really nice if you're too lazy to harvest them, which happened with me.
I've seen some really cool recipes, though, for putting them on the grill. Super easy.
Oh, yeah.
Just cut them, garlic them. Yeah. Just grill it. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I think the thing is that they usually only produce, each large plant still only has 1 or 2 artichokes ready at a time.
Oh, wow.
Because they're the flower bud, and so they only last for a few days.
Yeah.
So you still have to, it's kind of like with asparagus. Like they come over a couple of weeks, but each one only has 1 or 2 at a time.
Okay.
So
that's crazy.
The ornamental aspect might be the thing to push.
Okay. So what's your favorite herb or veggie to grow?
Let me think of what my favorite herb is probably thyme. I think I've had thyme in every container planting. I lived at my grandparents' house for a while, and there too, their steps started overflowing with pots of different herbs. So I think I had a giant pot of creeping thyme there. I have lemon thyme on my steps right now.
Nice.
I couldn't have thyme in Florida because it rots out.
Oh yeah,
that was devastating. The other herb that I really like, I like growing the little round Greek basils. I love the fragrance of them. Those little tiny ones.
Yum. Like
they're
the globe.
So fragrant. Yeah, the little globes.
Good stuff.
Those are probably the two herbs I couldn't live without. I also really like lemon verbena.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so gorgeous. And I've had a hard time finding it here. It's weird. In the Southeast, it's not very popular.
Wow. Yeah, it gets huge. Even here, it gets like a shrub.
Yeah, it gets massive. But for some reason, have you grown the cousin Aloysia triphylla, the vanilla scented one?
No.
Because they actually grew that as a shrub in Florida. So, I mean, it makes the whole air have that almond baby powder smell. It's got coarse foliage. You don't use it as a cooking or tea herb.
Okay.
But the flower fragrance is amazing.
Maybe you could use it in a scrub or for, a soap.
Yeah, you could definitely use it cosmetically and, semi-medicinally or something like that.
I have to look that up. I wonder if I could find the seeds somewhere and just start it, maybe.
Probably could. I mean, it grows like a weed. You know what the other one's like. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Aloysia virgata is the almond-scented one. Because Aloysia triphylla is, and I think its common name is almond verbena.
Okay, that I can understand. The fancy names, I'm not good with that.
Yeah, the Latin gets, especially since I'm not always the clearest with it.
No, I'm envious that you know those. It's wonderful. It really is. How fun. All right. So, well, we're getting close to the top of the hour here, and we're going to move on over to Garden Chat, I hope.
I'll come join you there. I've got to scrub that yellow out of the sink still.
I know, right? I haven't ate dinner yet. You know, so
Oh,
that's my life on Monday, but that's okay. I love it.
Surely you've got a bowl of peas or something. Wait, what's ready in the garden for you?
Oh my gosh! Actually, I've got some radishes that are just about there. I love them when they're little. They're pretty too.
Oh yeah.
And lots of different lettuces, and in the dome I've got peppers that are starting.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's been pretty.
What lettuce?
There.
What lettuce do you like? What varieties are you really impressed with?
Well, I like. Let's see. Over the winter I really love the it's called Sandy. Does that sound familiar?
Oh, I'm trying to think. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, me too. I always forget the names. And I love arugula. I grow all different types of arugula. I just like to stir fry that and whatnot. And the collard greens.
Mm-hmm.
They did great in the dome. Right now I started another lettuce package. And you know what? It's something someone gave me at IGC. It was just the IGC show.
Oh, cool.
A couple of years ago. It was a big package. And it's basically like an Italian lettuce mix. That's all it's called. It's an Italian lettuce
interesting.
mix. And it's got all kinds of different herbs and different, kind of like now how everybody's doing the bowls with all the different lettuces. Have you seen that? Yeah. So this was out 3 years ago. My seed was still good. So, and they can be if you store them correctly. You know that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry. On and on.
Oh no, you know what happens when you get on food plans. Yeah.
Very fun. So, well, thank you so much. This was cool. It all worked out. I was getting a little nervous when
so was I. I was going from one machine to the other, going, listen to me.
Right. So this was awesome. I got to actually meet you.
Yeah, it was great to talk to you.
Yeah, and so maybe we can collaborate on some things coming up, maybe, or.
Oh, it'll be really cool. I'll have to let you know when we get our emergent act together a little bit. Yeah,
ask me for anything. I love to help. You guys you're doing a great job, and I'm just gonna pop a link to the garden chat into the chat room here. You can find that at brenhaas.com. Find out information about the garden chat. Twitter, and we've got a big Facebook group too, and things like that, which you should pop over there, Caleb.
I think I'm a member of it.
I think it's so fascinating. There's a lot of people who don't even have blogs, and they're like just sharing their gardens, and I learned so much from those folks. But tonight on Garden Chat on the Twitter event, Watson Gloves. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're doing a giveaway, so you might want to come in and check it out. Fun gift for mom.
I was gonna say gift for someone.
Yeah. So how fun! And then once again, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at The Curious Gardener. You can also find me at Pinterest under my name, Caleb Melchior, which is up there. And those are probably the two most reliably updated social media things. You can also go to my website, which is just my name, calebmelchior.com.
Let's spell it.
And you'll find me there. I dropped the link over in the thing. Let's see if that link actually works, though.
But if somebody is listening to the replay, the last name is Melchior, right?
Yes, ma'am. You got it.
All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and go off the record here.